This unit consists of basic shirt, enable student to practice drafting patterns for the collar, collar band, cuff, sleeve placket, front chest patch pocket, draft of bodies, front, back and yoke and sleeve. The methods and principles used in drafting patterns is by measurements taken from actual body size and then adding the ease according to the fit or using a standard measurement chart of any brand or country. The method is also user friendly, which allows you to modify or change the measurements if necessary before finalizing the patterns. By the end of this unit, students will be able to determine the measurement proportions from the men's shirt, acquire techniques used in shirt pattern making, complete the patterns for the parts of the shirt, recall the terms used in the draft of trouser, adapt the techniques learned in this unit to your own designs, articulate the techniques as per the body types. Introduction. But before we begin to learn the techniques of drafting a shirt, let us first define a shirt. A shirt is a garment for the upper parts of the body. This garment usually has a collar, sleeves, cuffs, front closure. Drafting shirt collar. Draw a perpendicular line and label this as A. A to be off neck, 19.5 centimeter. A to C center back collar width 4.7 centimeter. Square out from C then square up from B. Extend from B downward. A to E 8.1 centimeter. C to F 9.7 centimeter. B to G 1 centimeter. D to H 2 centimeter. Draw line from G passing through H and extend. G to I collar point 7.5 centimeter. Now blend G and E, H and F using French curve. With this, color measurement is over. Drafting collar, collar band and cuff. Draw a straight line. Then a perpendicular line. Label this as A. A to B, half neck circumference 19.5. A to C, center back collar width 4.7. From B, square out. And from B, square up. The intersection will be D. A to E, 8.1 centimeter. A, C to F, 9.7 centimeter. From B, extend a line downward. B to G, 1 centimeter. D to H 2.5 centimeter. Draw a line from G passing through H and extend it. G to I, color point measurement 7.5. Now blend I and F, G and E. With this, color draft is complete. Cut. Let us construct cuff, draw a square line, A to B 26 centimeter. A to C 6 centimeter. Square root from C, then square up from B. And label CD. B to E 2 centimeter. B to F is also 2 centimeter. Connect E and F. A to G 2 centimeter. A to H 2 centimeter. Connect G and H. Cuff. Let us draft now cuff placket. Draw square line. Label A. A to B 15 centimeter. A to C 2.5 centimeter. Square it from C. Then square up to B. D to E 3 centimeter. B to F also 3 centimeter. Join E and F. B to G 1 centimeter. D to H is also 1 centimeter. I is midpoint of BD. Now connect H, I and G. With this, placket draft is complete. Let us move to draft pocket. Draw a square line. label A to be 13.5 centimeter. From B, square down. Let us start to fifth diagram, which will be with the extension of center front, pocket placement and button placement, then to shoulder, front shoulder overlap. Measure 1.5 centimeter, 1.5 centimeter extension, which is half of center front placket width. It can be also 2 centimeter if it is required. Normally we keep 3.5 to 4 centimeter, sometimes in casual wear 4.5 5 centimeters too. Which should be measured from reference line then drawn a parallel line which is called fold line. The neckline can be extended to the extension line which will be later extended to fold allowance. Now let us move to pocket placement. Pocket placement can be done by measuring from HSP 23.5 centimeters, then from reference line, which is now center front line, 6 centimeters. Then use a set square or L scale to draw pocket placement. This shows the pocket placement of the shirt should be placed at this point. The bottom line can be extended up to the extension line to show the front. Coming to button placement, the first button can be placed with 6.5 centimeter from neckline you can give a cross mark, and thereafter 10 centimeter on reference line, which is now center front line, which I have mentioned before. Number of buttons can be depend upon the length. Now it is including collar button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buttons. It can be 7 too if it is required. These star marks indicates the button placement. Moving to the shoulder part, the draft shows the natural shoulder where the back shoulder turns towards the front and overlaps for 4.5 centimeters. For that you can measure 4.5 centimeter parallel to natural shoulder and draw a line. It should be 4.5 centimeter. Connect to front neckline and front armhole. The deeper curve represents front armhole and the less deeper armhole represents the back. With this, step 5 is through. Draft of sleeve pattern, step 1. Draw a line across the center of the chart paper as shown in the diagram. Front sleeve. Make a point A on the center line and draw perpendicular line from point A and mark point B after measuring the length using the formula half armhole circumference minus 3 centimeter. Here the total armhole is 49 centimeter divided by 2 will be 24.5 minus 3 centimeter is equal to 21.5 centimeter. A to B will be 21.5 centimeter, which we received from the formula of total hormone. Can be given clear cross mark. Point B and point C. AB and AC is called imaginary line. That is total line. BC is a imaginary line. Then draw a line parallel to the center line from point B and point C. That parallel line can be approximate, which can be up to 25 centimeter. These two lines are parallel to the line A. Now measure half mole circumference on the measuring tape and point D diagonal to point A on the place where the tape intersects the parallel line. You need to take half mole measurement, which is 24.5, can be placed on point A and move the measuring tape and mark the intersect point on the line B. See, it is intersecting here. Repeat this for other side too. Can be given proper cross mark as I was mentioning earlier. This will be point D and this is point E. Draw a straight line from point D to point F. D and E can be joined. This will be point F. With this, step 1 concludes. Now let us proceed to step 2 from step 1. Join AD with dotted line. A to G of AD plus 5 millimeter on the line AD, which is of AD. AD is 24.5, half will be 12.25 plus 5 mm will be 12.75, can be considered 12.8 millimeter. G. Now DE line is bicep line. DE is a bicep line. G to H 6 millimeter facing the bicep line. See, from G, square or perpendicular, draw perpendicular line approximately 1 millimeter, 1 centimeter, and measure 6 mm, 6 millimeter towards bicep line. This will be point H. Draw the front harmhole curve from A to H and H to D using the French curve as demonstrated. Place French curve from A to H and tilt this to other direction and flip to opposite, then align H and D to complete the front harmhole. This should be one continuous curve. Repeat this other side with following measurements. First, need to join AE with the dotted lines. Then mark AI to AG, mark IJ facing the imaginary line. This will be same as AG, that is 12.8. Then draw perpendicular line to the dotted line. Then measure 6 mm facing the imaginary line. Whereas the other case is facing towards the bicep line. 6 millimeter. It should be measured facing towards imaginary line. Here it's measured facing towards the bicep line. So give a cross mark. Will be I and J. Draw the back half mold. Curve from A to J and J to E using the French curve as demonstrated. Need to place French curve like this and align to point J. See this kept like this, then it should be tilted to opposite angle. Then again the second flip will be like this and brought to point E and align to J. Need to be ensured here the continuous curve line. Such a way you need to align and shape. When you look at the curve, will be one continuous curve line. Ensure there should not be any break in the curve line. Now, if you measure on the curve line, passing the measure tape, the measurement will be plus 1 to 1.5 centimeter, that 1 to 1.5 centimeter more than the measurement given. With this, step 2 is concludes. Now let us proceed to step 3, where we are going to apply sleeve length and finalize the underarm measurement. Step 3. A to K sleeve length excluding cuff width. Cuff width will be 6 centimeters. This measurement chart is given in the spec in the earlier exercise. This will be point K. Now F to L of Fk plus 1 centimeter. Fk is 44 and half will be 22.25 plus 1, 23.25. Point L. Draw perpendicular lines from the point L and K on both the sides of L and K as shown in the diagram. K to M off sleeve opening is equal to 14.25 centimeter. The formula can be followed given in the description. Point N. K to M is equal to K to N. Point M. From point M to O 1 centimeter. This can be drawn perpendicular line and give 1 centimeter to the point O. And N2 N2 P. 1 centimeter. Connect DP and DO for sleeve underarm. D to P and E to O. The point intersect on the middle line can be labeled as Q and R, so that the line QLR become elbow line. Then point NKM will be wrist line. With this, we are concluding step 3. Now let us proceed to step 3 to 4, where we are going to place wrist line curve, placement of sleeve placket and pleats. The wrist line curve will be different because the back sleeve is longer than the front sleeve. Back sleeve will be longer than the front sleeve. First, let us place the sleeve placket positioning. Point S is the midpoint of the line KM. Point S to be placed middle of KM. So, K to M is 14.25 centimeter. Half of that will be 7.1. And give a cross mark. Draw a line parallel to the center line from point S as shown in the figure. From point S, you need to draw a parallel line to the center line. This will be S. S to T is 1.5 centimeter. See the line of placket positioning to be extended. From there, measure 1.2 centimeter. 1.5 centimeter. See, this should be one continuous curve. PUTO will be the wrist line curve. Now let us move to placing the sleeve pleats. T to V 3 centimeter. V to W 2.5 centimeter pleat number 1. Pleat 1. W. W to X is space between the pleat 2 centimeter. from point X to Y 2 centimeter second pleat allowance. Second pleat allowance or depth. Point Y. These pleats can be shown with the shading mark that will be the indication of placing pleat. Sometimes this can be shown as directions so that operators or whoever stitches the garment understand the positioning of the pleat. This can be shaded like this so that these shades indicates the pleat allowance, which can be also shown with direction, or it can be indicated. Stop. After positioning the pleats, it's possible to show the pleat allowances with shading marks as shown in the demonstration. It can be shown like this. The shaded area indicates that this will be a pleat 1 and pleat 2. Pleat 1, pleat 2. This can be also notched later on to show the positioning. After completion of this bodies and sleeve draft, you should examine the draft again to verify all the measurements like curved lines and the straight lines to check whether they meet the required shape and measurements specified in the specification sheet before separating the various parts. In case of any errors, the draft should be rectified at this stage itself by erasing and redrafting by applying the right measurement. After the final drafting, the seam allowance, fold allowance to be added as shown in the figure and unit 4. You have come to the end of this unit. To summarize, in this unit, you have learned how to draft a collar band, cuff sleeves, placket, patch pocket, bodice draft comprising of front, back and yoke. You have also learned to draft a sleeve. To familiarize and for better drafting, you must practice the method being used by using other measurement with slightly modified designs.